Today we're going to be talking about Axew Community Day, more specifically why this Community Day is so important. I'm also going to be giving you some tips for those of you who have not yet done your Community Day, and I'm also going to be talking about the new move that Haxorus is going to be getting, which is of course the Dragon type charge attack Breaking Swipe. That's what this video is going to be all about, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Axew Community Day because this is one that a lot of players were looking forward to. The shiny form of Axew was released last year at Pokemon Go Fest, and a lot of players were suspecting that it would receive a Community Day sometime this year. Well, this weekend, that is what's going to be happening. A lot of players are wondering if the brand new Community Day move Breaking Swipe is going to make a huge difference for Haxorus. Well, I'm going to be talking about that specifically, but first, we should go over the details for this Pokemon. Haxorus is a pure Dragon type Pokemon, and you know what that means? The weaknesses and resistances are going to be pretty straightforward. Haxorus is going to be weak against Dragon type attacks, Fairy type attacks, and Ice type attacks. It's also going to be resistant to Electric type, Fire type, Grass type, and Water type attacks. It's going to be weather boosted by just windy weather, and that also includes Axew. That means if you want additional Stardust when you're farming up Axew, hope that it is actually windy outside. The base stats for Haxorus lean heavily on the attack side. It has a base attack stat of 284, a base defense stat of 172, and a base stamina of 183. Now in terms of its rank 1 IVs, you will want one that is 0, 15, and 12 if it is in the Great League, and 1, 15, and 15 for the Ultra League. Keep in mind that Haxorus is actually pretty decent for the Ultra League, considering that there's a lot of Dragon types in that league, but it is also going to be really good for the Master League, so you will want a perfect IV if you can get one. Now, when it comes to Haxorus' moves, they're also very straightforward. It has Dragon Tail and Counter for its fast attacks, and Surf, Breaking Swipe, Dragon Claw, Night Slash, and Earthquake for its charge attacks. Now, in terms of what fast attack you will want, it's a no-brainer. You will want Dragon Tail, considering that it benefits from a same type attack bonus, and it also deals a lot of damage and generates a lot of energy. Now, in terms of its charge attacks, you can pretty much mix and match depending on what you need with Haxorus, but I would highly suggest you go with Breaking Swipe, considering that it is a high DPS Dragon type move. It is also going to be really good for PvP as well, considering the amount of damage it can deal. But in terms of its secondary charge attack, you can go with either Surf, Night Slash, or Earthquake if you need some type coverage, but you could also go with Dragon Claw for some extra Dragon type damage. It's really all going to be about spamming Dragon Tail with Breaking Swipe. That's how you're going to maximize the amount of DPS in raids with Haxorus, especially if you are lacking in a lot of good Dragon types. It is unfortunately going to be outranked by plenty of Dragon types out there, and that is of course because it is not a Mega Evolution and it doesn't have a Shadow form available at the time that I recorded this video. Now, if Haxorus were to ever get a Shadow form, well, it would absolutely be the best Dragon type in the game. But as of right now, it doesn't have that, but it does have a high enough base attack stat where it could make a difference in raid battles if you do not have Rayquazas or Salamence, then Haxorus is going to be one of your best options. So yeah, there you have it. Haxorus with Breaking Swipe is actually one worth investing into if you do not have good dragons. And of course, it is definitely going to be outclassed by plenty of Dragon types out there, but it's still going to be a top contender, especially for new players. Now, you will want to make sure you get as many XL candy as you possibly can, and that is of course because Haxorus definitely shines once it is maxed out to level 50. One of the good things about Community Days is that you definitely get a lot of XL candies if you maximize the entire duration. Ideally, you will want at least one Haxorus with Breaking Swipe that is completely maxed out. That way, if you do not have yourself some really good Dragon types like Rayquaza and Mega Salamence, then you could bring out Haxorus for a lot of Dragon type damage. The good news is that there's plenty of raid bosses that are weak against dragon types, and Haxorus is going to be at the top of that list. So if you are looking for really good dragon types on a budget, then Haxorus is one you should definitely focus in on. So for this community day, make sure you're utilizing every single one of those candy bonuses that are currently active. Make sure you're working on getting as many nice throws, excellent throws, and great throws as you can, because you will get additional candy and a higher chance at getting Candy XL. That's going to be key because you're just going to be swimming in Axew candies if you go the full duration. So make sure you find yourself some really good hotspots in your local area. It really doesn't matter if you live in an urban area or a rural area. Chances are there's going to be a lot of spawns throughout this entire community day. Make sure you're using your incense so that you can get additional spawns, and also don't forget about those 5 photo bombs, which is also going to get you a couple of Axew. There's also the $1 community day event ticket that's going to give you a research that could actually get you a lot of Axew candies as well, and the community day tickets are usually pretty decent value considering that they're only 99 cents USD. That's something to consider if you have a lot of disposable income, but otherwise you could just go about it free to play and you'll pretty much get the same results. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I would love to know your thoughts regarding Axew Community Day down below. Is this one that you are looking forward to? Did you already get Axew Community Day in your area? What did you think about this community day? Share all of those thoughts down below in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be informative, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way within Pokemon GO, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon, because all of my patrons get priority when it comes to my remote raid invites. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.